This is classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters Finals, Dog versus AvGeek. The winner of this match wins the whole darn tournament. 3-2-1 Tetris. Starting off with the IJI. That is just not what we're looking for. We are looking for that perfect 7. 3-2-1 countdown bits from K9 watching Tetris. Thank you so very much, K9. Really appreciate that. And pretty exciting finals here. Seed number 9 and seed number 18 in the finals. So this has got to be the first time that two players outside of the top 8 in qualifiers are in the finals in one of our tournaments. I can't even imagine. Has that happened before? If I had a research team, we would have already known this, but unfortunately, just poor old Vandy toiling over spreadsheets every single month and no time to research every possibility. I wish I did. But anyway, pretty excited for this one. Dog and AvGeek on the left side. It is Dog. Seed number 9. He defeated Torja, Scotto Bozo, and Pixel Andy and Fractal to get into these finals. Dog has a DAS PB of 1.28 million. He is the only other person besides Pixel Andy to win a CTM DAS Masters. That was back in August 2024. He's also a 2-time CTWC champion. That was back in 2020 and 2021, the 2 online years. Still in my mind the most difficult year because it was truly worldwide. And he's never finished below the top 4, and he was runner-up in 2024. Also was 5th in CTWC's DAS Championship, the first ever North American DAS Championship, the Jonas Cup. He was 5th. On the right side, AvGeek seed number 18. And she started all the way in round 1, defeated Knight, Walbant, Eliash, and Bendy and Tommy, who I believe are all ranked players on the in the most recent Premier poll. If not, nearly all of them are. So a very difficult road to get to these finals. She's got a PB of 1.26 million with DAS. 4th DAS Masters appearance as a former hopeful circuit winner. Was top 4 in Lone Star DAS, our live DAS tournament in Austin, Texas. Was 7th in the Jonas Cup last year. Also finished top 4 in Silver 2024 and played in the previous 2 years of Silver with top 16 finishes. AvGeek ranked, was it number 10? Number 10 in the most recent Premier poll ranking. Dog is ranked number 5. Both of them now here in the finals in a best of 7. 313 for Dog. Those of you who like Detroit pizza, 313 is the area code for Detroit. Just to bring this conversation back to where it belongs, pizza. 385 for AvGeek. Blue Scooty's grandpa is here in chat. Finally, how was your nap, Grandpa? Line spin from AvGeek. It is best of 7. That's right. Here in the finals. I think the players and fans overwhelmingly voted for or in favor of a best of 7. So we're going to try it out. 424 for AvGeek. 372 for Dog. Now, wouldn't it be funny if, like, you know, the overwhelming majority of players voted in favor of the best of 7, but these two didn't, that would be great. It's like, man, I never signed up for this. Tetris for Dog, 401, 473 for AvGeek. But with, you know, the variance that is involved in a DAS competition, I think going 7 games is pretty reasonable to do. These aren't best of, you know, if you took a best of 5 game that went all the way to a 39 super kill screen every time, it would be about as long as this. It is best of 7 in the finals. For now, we're trying it out. It's a tough thing to do, though, in a stream with 3 matches, though. 544 entry into 19 for AvGeek. 453 entry for Dog. It should be in every DAS match, I guess. I don't 100% disagree with you, but it's a lot. I'm not sure I agree, but I'm not sure I disagree. Best of 6 is just cursed. I mean, how the heck can you run a thing with a best of 6? You want an unambiguous result, even if it's artificially created by having an odd number of games in the match. 588 for AvGeek. 549 for Dog. Best of 7 every match would be too long. I mean, not necessarily, because the early rounds of this are done as just two matches. So it wouldn't be that bad. I'm just not sure. The finals, I think it's fine. Really put these players through the ringer. $6.11 for Dog, $6.30 for AvGeek. There's a Tetris Dog. He's into the lead by a small amount. About 9,000 points in the lead, Dog. Another Tetris Dog, $6.69. Tetris AvGeek, $6.67. $6.72. Now Tetris for Dog, $7.02. I realize the lights have not been on in this room for hours. And I was wondering why I was getting kind of sleepy. Now the lights are on. All right, Dog opens up the middle of that board. Oh, beautiful L piece for the middle. Now just looking for a bar. Has a triple he can skim away and keep that well open. And there's the bar, gets over for Dog, 778, 745 for AvGeek. No gaps in her stack. And trying to keep that well open. Okay, a little bit of drought. Finally, bar, AvGeek, 784. There's one for Dog, 819. How was my nap? How was my nap? It was not great. But, you know, I'm here. 891 for Dog. 8 lines to go until level 29, the DAS kill screen. AvGeek is going to need to maybe pull out 2 or maybe more. Not exactly sure what she's going to be able to do here as we approach level 29. There's one Tetris. Trying to get one more. And that is not going to happen. Players are going to top out. They take it to 29, but Dog was ahead. And Dog takes game number 1. Let's get him started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I am looking to stream more. You know, I'm averaging about 60 to 65 hours of on-air time on monthly Tetris, and I need to bring that up to about 100. K9 with the 1,000 bits says, go Jay, go. Thank you, K9. The fact is, you know, the one thing that is delivering value is being live on the channel. So we gotta find more ways to do it. Although doing high level competition is very taxing. I don't know if I can bring in a third, but I have some, we're going to bring Tetris Deathmatch back. That's more of a fun stream. Probably bring back podcast style content like Line Spin with Vandy, because, Peace Dependency Podcast is leaving us in June, going out on their own. So that's great for Frank, but it leaves a lacuna in our programming. 72,000 for Dog, 100,000 for AvGeek. And I also have a team concept that I want to do, although that is kind of high level competition. But anyway, I'm soon I'm going to put out a call for volunteers because I want to test my team concept and see if it is actually watchable for viewers and enjoyable for players. 164 for Dog, 127 for AvGeek. And I don't know, do we need to bring back Monday Night Chasedown? Maybe. Honestly, Monday Night Chasedown was the most stressful stream. Even though there was nothing at stake, really, for me or for high-level, players. There's no prize pool. It was the most stressful stream. Just in terms of producing it. Like, there's so many moving parts. $168 for AvGeek, $261 for Dog. That's right, Pines Cutely. Read books and you can say words like lacuna as well. All right, we got a fan outside. Pretty excited for DAS Masters Finals. I don't know if you guys heard that. 216 for AvGeek, 309 for Dog. Lacuna is just a pretentious way of saying like hole or gap or void or something like that. 382 for Dog. Tetris for AvGeek, 310. AvGeek Tetris 358, 429 for Dog. $1,500 prize pool. The winner of this tournament gets nearly half of it, 45%. Tetris AvGeek 408, 476 for Dog. And the second place player doesn't do too bad either, 27% of that. It's pretty good for playing, Tetris. Not having to roll or tap. Pretty good. Tetris AvGeek 477, 503 Dog. Dog Tetris is 526. Yeah, Dog, you did miss that J in the window. Epic, 60,000 bits? That was absolutely insane. 490 just about entry for AvGeek into 19. 595 for Dog, 2 lines away. There's a skim. He's just going to take a safe triple into 19. Gets reset up with an L piece. Tetris ready. Gets the Tetris. 625 for Dog. 501 for AvGeek. Another Tetris Dog. 651. He's up by about 150,000 points. AvGeek with a Tetris. 527. Clone Ranger says, do any of the old guard players enter Masters? If you mean like pre-Joseph era, you know, middle class white guys, you know, singling until kill screen, that era, like the Ben Mullen era, no. 622 for AvGeek, 726 for Dog. Matt Martin does not count at all. Matt Martin started after Brodendamp and after Joseph. And like, why do you guys think Matt Martin counts as like old guard? That doesn't make any sense. Because it's pretty much, yeah, because he has a beard and a 401k and a stable job. Oh, all right. 697 for AvGeek, 769 for Dog. Yeah, Josh Tolles does throw in a qualifier here and there. I think Jeff tried to qualify into one of the early months of DAS Masters, like one of the lower tiers. Occasionally. Yeah, he's not old guard. He's just old. I think of old guard as like pre-Joseph. All right, Dog 807. He's in a little bit of trouble. Needs to eke out whatever points he can. That's going to be a top out from Dog at 807. AvGeek with a chase down of 808. A Tetris here would be close. It needs to open this up. That's not going to be a Tetris. That is a triple. So 808 is the target for AvGeek, and she could just single and double this out. Even with just 10 lines to go. Well, maybe he needs to get doubles now. 801, maybe he needs to get something. 3,000 points needed. There's the triple, and AvGeek will take that into 29 and get the victory in the very last line just before 29. Actually close. I thought that it was closer than I thought it was going to be. All right, both players ready. Game number 3. What was it? What's a best of 7 now? A best of 5. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Has Harry Hong qualified for DAS Masters before? No, I think he's only going to do... He's not going to do online. He'll go to the occasional live, like CTWC thing, I think. Is he going to Vegas? Probably. Harry Hong loves Vegas, and he loves poker, and he loves to gamble and all that. But I don't know. I think it would be fun to have him in there. I was hoping with DAS Masters that we would lure some of the, who you're calling the old guard folks in. And yeah, Josh Tolles was there, but Josh Tolles never really went away. You know, and neither did Jeff. They've always had some level of activity. But I thought maybe it would lure back some of them. But some of them, you know, some players did sort of come back. I mean, Nenu wasn't really playing much competitive. Nenu is back nearly every month. And there's a few other players like that. Pixelandy was, you know, kind of semi-retired or taking an extended break from rolling. And DAS Masters has given him a way to sort of keep his hand in competitive Tetris, and doing so, you know, just becoming the best DAS player in the world. And I think there are a few more like that, people who are coming back. Uf means egg, and you know, some of the online people you don't think is CTWC old guard, but some of the early online people have come back. So in that sense, yes. Gigantified emote from K9. Thank you so much. That big dumb Vandy face. Thank you, K9. Has Pixelandy done well in Das Masters? No, I mean he's washed. You see his most recent one? He's gone. Terrible. 153 for AvGeek, 209 for Dog. Yeah, imagine losing to your little brother. It's humiliating. 213 for Dog. Long bar goes down for a Tetris. There is one for AvGeek, 224. There is a Tetris Dog, 281. There's one AvGeek, 247. Yes, beautiful Vits from AvGeek. You'll love to see it. I don't know if Jasmine's still here, but not a lot of Vits here in these semis and finals. Like maybe players mostly playing it closer to the vest with some of these tricky setups. I've seen a couple people, set up, intentional T-spin and maybe a, T-spuck or something like that. Like once, but not a lot of Vits. That's your least favorite kind, says Nerd the Box. Okay, 303 for AvGeek, 353 for Dog. 28 followers away from 10,000, folks. If you were watching and you are not following, please do your old pal Vandy a favor and give us a follow on Twitch. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Smash that like button. What's up, you guys? Should I do that YouTube content creator voice? What's up, you guys? Dano222 has super chatted $22.22 Canadian. Says, go Dog go. Thank you, Dano, over on YouTube. Really appreciate that. Hey, everybody, it's your old pal, vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 501 for Dog, 457 for AvGeek. This is a best of 7. This is a new rule change for Das Masters. I mean, certainly, not the only tournament doing, deeper finals. I mean, a lot of the Das tournaments are doing best of 9, which is just bonkers. Like, who wants to sit through that? I don't. 514. I think after 7, you get the point, right? 515 for AvGeek, 577 for Dog. I'm an American, I wouldn't get it. Yeah, I think so. I got stuff to do, man. Yeah, I got internet shopping to do. I got Netflix to watch. I got 3,000 calorie snacks to eat. So you're right, I'm an American, I don't get it. 630 for Dog, 549 AvGeek. There's a Tetris AvGeek. She's got a gap there over at column 1. Just going to try to bring that down. There's a triple. That's worth some points. A skimming a Tetris there for Dog, 667. Driving 30 minutes to a supermarket. Yeah, because we don't have any of those 15-minute cities like the globalists want us to have. $5.97 AvGeek. That was for Moodus. Yeah, I know Moodus is here, so. $6.35 AvGeek, $7.31 for Doug on the left side. It needs a bar. He gets it over. Tetris Dog, $7.60. Other Tetris Dog, $7.90 is ahead by 150,000 points and back by 6 lines. So about 40-something lines to go till level 29, which is the DAS kill screen. We might venture beyond it a little bit, but not really much, in the way of scoring to be done after 29, if you can get beyond it at all. Tetris Dog, $8.59, $7.13 for AvGeek. Yeah, best of 11 is crazy. That is just like, get out of town with that. All right, AvGeek getting set up. Tetris, you can see AvGeek maybe going a little more risky here because she knows she's behind. She's got 14 lines to work with till that level 29 hits. She's got to make up, now about 80,000 points, something like that. Tetris for Dog, and maybe even a little more than that because Dog has got lines in hand. He's like 4 to 6 lines behind. And the board getting a little bit high here for AvGeek. Tetris goes down, 8.54 into 28, 6 lines to go. Dog is ahead by about 148,000 points. I don't know what AvGeek is really going to be able to do here with this lead that Dog has. And, all right, AvGeek is in at 29, just trying to muster whatever points she can get. But Dog is going to take game number 3 and go up 2 games to 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's the premier e-poll. K9 watching Tetris has contributed $43.21 to the prize pool. That brings us to $1,543.21, 154321. People love their countdown bits and their patterns and their memes. The premier poll is Forrest, right? Yeah, Chris Forrest. Premier with an E, right? Premier without an E. Who is the premier poll? Doogie? The premier E. Poli? I don't know what we're talking about now. I'm lost. Yeah, so Doogie is like the premier without an E poll. Chris Forrest is the premier with an E poll. What are we talking about? It's game 4. Dog and AvGeek are here. Dog is up 2 games to 1. It's a best of 7, so the first player to 4 victories is the champion of March, DAS Masters. There's the Vits filled in for Dog. Jasmine, I hope you didn't miss it. Jasmine, you should watch on YouTube, and that way, like if a Vits happens and it gets mentioned, you can like go back and rewind. Is that the first Vits today? No, there've been like a couple. There've been some emergency. I don't remember who it was, but there was like an emergency one maybe on the left side, or maybe that was during the Mega Masters. It's all blending together into one mass. 248 AvGeek, 216 for dog. Tetris Dog 263, 273 for AvGeek. He's ahead by 4 lines, 3 or 4 lines. Tetris AvGeek. Now, what I don't know all the adjustments by their, like the names that all you youngins use. So what is the coffee thing? Tetris Dog 335, 320 for AvGeek. L678 for J Tuck. Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. $381 dog, $412 for AvGeek. I gotta bone up on all that. I got to take that adjustment guide and put it into my Anki deck so I can memorize the names of all the adjustments. Tetris AvGeek 442, 407 for dog. All right, dog with a triple and a Tetris 437. So AvGeek still in the lead by about 30,000 points. Another Tetris AvGeek. T-spin dog and a Tetris. Dog looking to become the second repeat winner of Das Masters. AvGeek looking to become the first person who is not Dog or Pixelandy to win. I think we're going through a little bit of a drought here. AvGeek is into 19 at 586. Set up for a Tetris now. Long bar over Tetris. AvGeek 611. There's a Tetris for dog 538. And he's going to take that safe triple into 19. I like it. Dog not one really to press his luck going into 19 and trying to eke out like just that one last Tetris, overcommitting and topping out. You almost never see Dog do that. Very willing to take, the triple or the double or whatever it is just to get a safe, good board into 19. And you see that both in Das and in his open play. Tetris Dog 603. Tetris AvGeek 673. Oh wait, wouldn't that be a drama if the A in AvGeek stood for Artiaga? Then, oh my God, that would be a huge reveal, on par with the 2020 finals when we learned that Dog and Andy were related. Oh my God, what a reveal that would be. Tetris for AvGeek 733, 686 for Dog. 8-Bit Lord says, wait, did people not know until then? Yeah, it was the finals, and one of them walked into the other one's room, and that's how we knew. We did not know that until that moment. AvGeek's left side is a problem, and she's going to need a bar and then some kind of miracle to bring that left side down. That is going to be really tough. 774 for AvGeek, and that's going to be a top out. The target for Dog is 775. 775 is the target for Dog. And he's going to bring this down Tetris, and there, that Tetris will give Dog game number 3. So this is a best of 7, so hold on to your hat. Dog needs 1 more. AvGeek needs 3 more to take this one. Game number 5. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Jay in the window gifted a 2022 Lone Star alternate shirt to the chat. So type !join in the last few seconds to get in on it. What about the Sony mini disc? Is that coming back? During college is when mini disc for me was having a moment, and I so wanted a mini disc player. Like, I thought it was the coolest thing. Thought it was going to be the format of the future, and I wanted to get in on it. Nope. And it is Mojo Monkey. Mojo Monkey came in at the literal last moment. Mojo Monkey was like literally 1 second before it ended, and Mojo Monkey was the winner. Congrats, Mojo Monkey, and thanks to Jay in the window for gifting that to the chat. That is hilarious. I remember, like, I would go to, I was in college, so I would go to the, was it the Hadley Mall? There's like something called the Hadley Mall or the Mountain Farms Mall or whatever. Because I went to UMass, and there was a media play there, and they had this mini disc player, and I used to go and drool at it. Not literally, but you know. And I really, really wanted to buy it, but it was like $300, and I'm like, I'm in college, I'm broke. I'm a philosophy major. I have no future earnings. So I never bought it. I guess in retrospect, I'm glad I didn't. 162 for Dog, 146 for AvGeek. All right, Mojo Monkey, make sure you click on that redeem link to redeem it. It'll walk you through how to do it. 216 for Dog, 156 for AvGeek. Josh says, it feels wrong to see 3 on the screen and see a gameplay. Yeah, I do have, I can do a best of 9. I've got numbers up to 5. El Pelton says, you are obviously not glad you didn't buy it. If you were, you wouldn't have brought it up. Yeah, no one ever talks about things unless they were not glad. I'm not following that one. Hey, who knows what El Pelton stands for? And you have to have joined this channel in the last year. El Pelton is an initialism. What does it stand for? 316 for Dog, 232 for AvGeek. There's a dirty Tetris, AvGeek, 278. Yeah, it stands for everybody or everyone loves Pokemon, but I love them even more. That is what it stands. That's literally what it stands for. I love that for him. 308 for AvGeek, 366 for Dog. And I love them even more. Didn't I say that? Maybe it didn't come through. Obviously, I know that it's and. Oh, I said but. Oh my God. Guys, I made an error on the internet. I deeply apologize for my actions. I will make sure in the future that I'm taking into account the feelings of everybody, and I'm so sorry that I made a mistake on the internet. 378 for AvGeek, 439 for Doug. I just have to learn not to be so careless with my actions, with my words. You know, my words are actions and they have consequences, and I am so sorry for anybody I have offended. I will do better. AvGeek 470, 510 for Dog. This is game 5. We can go up to game 7 if need be, but AvGeek is going to have to make a run here. Dog just one win away from taking this one. Zempro says, when you make an error, just skip to the part where you threaten canceling the tournament. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, all right, guys. I'm just gonna cancel the tournament. Forget it. Whatever. If you guys don't understand that someone makes a mistake, I'm just gonna cancel this tournament. 582 for Dog, 544 for AvGeek. Don't worry, the end CTM and delete server shirts are being created right now as we speak. 637 for Dog, 598 for AvGeek. There's a skimming at Tetris for AvGeek, 629, 665 for Dog. All right. Dog 11,000 points ahead and back by about 6 lines. Tetris for both. That's right, Jay in the window. Not many people have those end CTM emotes, right? I've got a brand new Tetris emote that I've got to add to Twitch. Pretty excited about that one. $695 for AvGeek, $756 for Dog. Dog not gonna set up on that left well, just, you know, play it a little close to the vest, keep it close. Okay, we're about 40-something lines away from level 29. And a conclusion to this game. We'll see what happens here. Dog's board has a gap on the bottom. See what he's going to do. Is he going to burn it away? Yes. 831 for him. 770 for AvGeek. All right, Dog going to take that triple. 841. He's ahead by about one Tetris's worth of points. Junior with a $20 contribution to the prize pool. That's going to take us to 156321. Thank you, Junior. Appreciate that. Sure the players do. All right, Dog setting up. 878. AvGeek skimming down. Dog with a Tetris. AvGeek with a Tetris. About a 57,000 point lead for Dog. But Dog has got lines in hand. So this is pretty tough here for AvGeek. She's, that overshift of the S piece that she has got to build for 2 at least. And Dog still going. And that she's going to get into 29 at 938. That is going to be a top out, and Dog is ahead. And Dog is going to take this finals 4. Look at this, the 4, the never before seen 4. There it is. Dog has got the max out. AvGeek, you did great. You came all the way from round 1 to get into the finals. Probably the most difficult path of any tournament I've ever seen someone have to get through to get to the finals. So you did amazing. No shame in anything that you have done here in this tournament. So congrats to you, Dog. Another amazing performance. I mean, Mr. Clockwork. He's winning something left and right. Congratulations to you, dog. So congratulations, dog. You are a 2-time winner of Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters, the second ever multi-time winner of this tournament. It's the Artiaga Cup, guys. I mean, they're just never gonna lose this tournament. One of them can't win, the other picks it up. The other one can't win, the other one picks it up. I mean, what the heck? Just keeping it in the family. Congratulations, dog. We want to thank Doge, of course, for providing this room for a dog to play in. So GG's. Want to thank all of our players. This is what a great tournament. I love this tournament so much. I mean, so, congrats to me. Kudos to me for making this tournament, right? Am I right, guys? Anyway, no. I love this tournament. It really is like one of my favorite things I've ever done. So I love this tournament so much. And GG's to you, dog. Okay. Hey, everybody. This is your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. And I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.